stars, looking backwards and I'm making sense. I'm interested in all that flourishes from ignorance. Nothing in my way now except for my own years. The world is spinning and I'm dizzy staring at the stars. They don't seem so fun. They don't seem so fun. I'm getting older and we feel a little colder. The world is trying to get us to trip, fall, roll over. But there is more to prove. These mountains, they can move. Sit tight, buckle up, we bout to hit our groove. I'm getting older and we feel a little colder. The world is trying to get us to trip, fall, roll over. But there is more to prove. These mountains, they can move. Sit tight, buckle up, we bout to hit our groove. It's hard to know what is real, gotta follow what you feel. Running out of gold, but have a pocket full of zeal. We keep the motor humming, doesn't matter what you steal. Just a couple music chefs trying to cook our next meal. Playing on these bars, little stranger than Mars. And accumulating scars, driving hours in the car. The future is ours, I can tell by the stars. They don't seem so. It's hard to know what is real, gotta follow what you feel. Running out of gold, but have a pocket full of zeal. We keep the motor humming, doesn't matter what you steal. Just a couple music chefs trying to cook our next meal. Playing on these bars, little stranger than Mars. And accumulating scars, driving hours in the car. The future is ours, I can tell by the stars. They don't seem so. It's hard to know what is real, gotta follow what you feel. Running out of gold, but have a pocket full of zeal. We keep the motor humming, doesn't matter what you steal. Just a couple music chefs trying to cook our next meal. Playing on these bars, little stranger than Mars. And accumulating scars, driving hours in the car. The future is ours, I can tell by the stars. They don't seem so. It's hard to know what is real, gotta follow what you feel. Running out of gold, but have a pocket full of zeal.
catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun child. Now it's showing its ugly face. What can I do? Music creeps into my dreams, wakes me into sweaty sheets, abandons me when nights died out. What can I do? What can I do? So I better use my legs and run before it is too late to flee. I feel there is no other way. It's what I can do, what I can do. Then I want to be with you, but you know there's music too. Don't let jealousy alert you. Stop this, get right. Stop this, get right. makes me all I've ever desired. The money on my mind, I count it every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I count it. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 24, 7, and I stack it. Driving in my car, fake air and I inhale it. Our party's going down, and everybody's counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, jumping on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, running around, hustle and bustle. In paper we trust to give us all we need. We're falling down, giving up on decency, filling our pockets with empty dreams. Filling our pockets with empty dreams. Scattered all around, collected for the fun, much as I have. Wanna get more, need my house, my plane, my car. Oh no, the money on my mind. Oh no. Oh no, the money got my mind.
Hello there, folks! Welcome back to another edition of Fast Facts Live. I am your House Impeachment Manager, Dan O'Keefe, and we have 26 good questions of trivia for you today. Not great, not terrible, just good. Good enough. We're trying to stay on a level of fine, and let me tell you, we have hit that level and really not tried to climb anywhere further. Right, Tom?
Right.
Right. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing well. How are you, Dan?
I'm good. I spent the day... I've been awake since 6 a.m.
So
I was
have I.
busy doing things since 6 a.m.
So have I.
I have no memory of what I did the entire day.
I was in meetings and shows all day. I jumped into like 8 Zoom meetings today. It was awful. I would jump in for like 15 minutes. We would do what we needed to do, and then I'd leave, and I'd go to another one 20 minutes later.
Now,
All day.
when you jump into things, is
Yeah.
it like when the principal shows up to like your school classroom and then they go to the teacher, or in your case, whoever's leading the Zoom call, like, don't mind me, teacher, just gonna sit in the back, just gonna watch, and then you're taking furious notes
No,
against
because
them.
I'm running all of these meetings.
So
They're recording. It's basically we use Zoom as a remote video studio.
yeah.
So when we record a Zoom call, we can record somebody presenting a PowerPoint and their camera at the same time.
Oh.
So they come in and I say, "You're doing a thing," and they're like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing." It's like, "Great, I'm gonna hit record. I'm gonna be here. You do your thing." They do it for like 25 minutes, and then I stop it. It's like, "That was great. We'll talk later. Bye."
These are real jobs.
Real jobs. I have 6 of them tomorrow.
Oh gosh. Okay. In case you're new here, we have rules on how to play Fast Facts
Do
Live.
we? There are rules to this game?
I've been told we do. I don't say them anymore, so I don't believe them. But anyway, here's how you play.
Hello, I'm ChartyBot, an automated trivia scoring system. Now loading preferences and initializing Fast Facts Live. There will be 5 categories of 5 questions each. You will have 30 seconds to answer each question. You can use a double or nothing for 1 round per game. If you got all of the questions right in that round, you get twice as many points. If you got even 1 wrong, you get no points for that round. You will wager between 0 and 10 points for the Hail Mary question at the end of the game. This will be the most difficult question of the evening, so wager cautiously. Welcome to the game. Good luck.
The main reason I wanted to go to those rules is because I had this weird hair thing right here that I wanted to get rid of, but I didn't want to be adjusting my beautiful coif of hair on camera as I just did, so I completely ruined it. Anyway, we got a couple of teams signed in right now. We'll go through them right now. We expect a couple more to sign up after the fact, but we're not going to read their names because, you snooze, you don't get your name read. So, in the order that you signed up, we have Pip Pip Hooray, iBoomer, the Unimpeachable Dramagoons, Quiz Cats, HBD, 17 Degrees, There Goes the Neighborhood, Joe Ferber, but the O is a 0, Lil Henny, Early Mazel Tov Jonas, Olaf's Cool Kids who are back at school and back in quarantine, Monkey, and Egg Girl and her dusty sidekick Scrambled Eggs. Thank you all for playing. I think that we're good to go into round 1. For those of you who are new here, just keep talking to ChartieBot and you'll figure out how to go. So round 1 is something. It's Say Cheese. It's about cameras, disappointingly. It's not about Gouda. Question 1. On cameras with a powered zoom, there's a W for wide and a T for what? 30 seconds. Question number 2. We started you off on a 2-pointer, so keep that in mind. Question 2. What company, now a part of Microsoft, was the genericized trademark for video conferencing before Zoom came out of nowhere? Question number 3. Sony recently announced their A1 camera. In addition to the steak sauce, the latest addition to a category of small professional cameras that get their name from a fact that they lack what reflective component? 30 seconds. Question number 4. Speaking of Sony, they once had the lion's share of the handheld camcorder market with what brand of consumer camcorders? I bet your dad had one. I know Tom's did. My dad did not. And the last camera question. Several sports broadcasters have begun using a shallow depth of field on their camera shots to get a nice blurred background. Well, nice is subjective, which has prompted many to incorrectly respond that the shot is in what UHD resolution? All right, that is the end of the Say Cheese category. Get your last answer in with ChartyBot. Double or nothing if you think you did really well, if you're a real camera kooky guy, like I know that you all are, or that Tom is. I know that Tom's a camera kooky guy, am I wrong?
Oh, I am very camera kooky.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do for the, well, have everybody, okay, everybody submit their answer. Are we gonna do the 4K shot?
No.
Okay.
We kind of do. That's my lowest aperture lens. And the camera's really far back, and you're really far back from the background.
Do you know what that sounds like?
What?
You're a camera crazy guy! Let's go to round 2 before I go crazy. And you know, nothing says not going crazy like a good game of chess. The game for sane people. Question 1. How many pieces does each player start with in a regular game of chess? Question number 2. What was the name of the IBM computer that defeated Garry Kasparov in a game of chess on this day in 1996? Question number 3. Anya Taylor-Joy, who is also me, starred in what 2020 Netflix series about a chess prodigy? Question number 4. What British mathematician, known for his work cracking the German codes in World War II, developed the first computer program for playing chess? Last chess-y question. Barbara Streisand and Neil Diamond both attended Erasmus High School in Brooklyn, New York, along with which youngest ever U.S. chess champion? All right, that's the end of the chess category. Send in your last answer. Double or nothing if you've ever seen the film Pawn Sacrifice, starring Tobey Maguire, as the answer to that last question. We are going to take a break right now, but before we do, we have a very special message. I said special. I don't know what that means. We have a very special message, so keep watching for the next minute and a half, then go do whatever you do during breaks. We'll be right back. America. We're a nation of wheat, of grain, of corn. We're a nation of agriculture. And more agriculture. And despite what the images on screen may be telling you, the only thing that we are is agriculture. There is no such thing as a person. This group of people, they're entirely made up of rice. Did you say business? I thought you said bushel, as in bushel of corn, because that's what we are, agriculture. So the next time you look at your neighbor, realize that they're not your neighbor. They're corn. Welcome to the reunited states of America.
The soil and the dust are trailing behind my boots. Blown by the wind, showed me a piece of my past.
We're back at Fast Facts Live. We hope you enjoyed that very special message from our new sponsor, Jeep. Jeep, the company that hired Bruce Springsteen for a commercial that they just had to remove off of YouTube because he got a DUI in November. Jeep. We're going to go over the answers for rounds 1 and 2 right now. So, round 1, cheese. It's almost like Jeep. Question 1. On cameras with a powered zoom, there's a W for wide and a T for zoom in. No, the T stands for telephoto, not tight like you would think. Question 2. What company, now a part of Microsoft, had the lead in the video conferencing wars and was a genericized trademark for video conferencing before Zoom zoomed right in there? It's Skype. What happened to Skype? It's just basically a part of Teams now, and we all hate Teams.
It's actually a worse thing of Teams, because guess what it has? What? Ads.
Ugh.
Skype has ads now.
Ugh. Gross. Question 3. Sony recently announced their A1 steak sauce camera, the latest addition to a category of small professional cameras that get their name from the fact that they lack what reflective component? That's right, they lack a conscience. No, they lack a mirror. They have a conscience, and you should know that. Think about what pictures you take, because they remember. Question 4. Speaking of Sony, they once had the lion's share of the handheld camcorder market with what brand of consumer camcorders? I bet your dad had one. I know Tom's did. In fact, well, no, we're not filming Tom's shot on one of these cameras, but it's the Canon version of it. It's the Handycam. This one also has a conscience. Think about what you filmed on your Handycam and go delete it right now. Question 5. Several sports broadcasters have begun using a shallow depth of field on their camera shots to get a nice blurred background, which has prompted many to incorrectly respond that the shot is in what Ultra HD resolution? That's right, 360p. No, 4K, which is about 360p times 10?
360p is 360 pixels wide on the bottom.
By 240?
Yeah. 4K is 3840 along the bottom by 2160. So it's about 10 times.
About 10 times.
Yeah.
Moving on to round 2, chess. How many pieces does each player start with in a regular game of chess? Before we go to the answer, I would like to make a quick point out that one team answered an odd number for this. I don't think that's, just with the way that the board is laid out, I don't think that's logistically possible. The answer is 16. I'm just wondering where the extra piece would go. Is it like the referee in the middle? That'd be fun. A chess-feree. Question 2. What was the name of the IBM computer that defeated Garry Kasparov in a game of chess on this day in 1996? Somebody called Breakfast at Tiffany's because it was deep blue something. That was forced.
That was great. I really appreciated that.
2 sides. Question 3. Anya Taylor-Joy, myself, starred in what 2020 Netflix series about a chess prodigy? That's right, her and her wide eyes starred in The Queen's Gambit. Question number 4. What British mathematician known for his work cracking German codes in World War II developed the first computer program for playing chess? We are of course talking about Alan Turing. And question 5. Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond, bum bum bum.
Good times never seem so good.
So good! So good! So good! You know who else went to Erasmus High School in New York? The youngest U.S. chess champion ever, Toby Maguire. Bobby Fischer. I hear people are searching for Bobby Fischer, according to a documentary.
Where is he?
He was in Yugoslavia, now he's dead.
Oh,
But he lived out most of his life in Yugoslavia after he left the U.S.
okay.
Fun facts for you today. Let's move on to round 3. Name the animal. It's a picture round. We'll show you a picture of an animal. You give us the name of it. Don't give us anything else but the name. Don't give us its star sign or a hug. Just tell us the name, man. Animal number 1. They're standing. What is it? Animal number 2. Oh, he's a happy little guy. Animal number 3. I have no words for this. Animal number 4. Look at this cute little guy. Who is he? The last animal. That's right, Noah, get the boat. That's it for the animal round. Double or nothing if you like animals, I guess. A lot of you probably should not double or nothing. Just a brief suggestion, mom and dad specifically. You shouldn't. Let's move on to round 4. I hope you enjoyed the Animal Planet because round 4 is about love! Valentine's Day is coming up on Saturday, so of course...
It's on Sunday.
Sure, I guess. Whatever. Valentine's Day is coming up on a day. I'm in a long-term relationship, so obviously I know when things are. Valentine's Day. Tom says that we love you. I say patreon.com/fastfactslive. Question number 1. Like basically every other modern festival, the celebration of St. Valentine's Day has its roots as what type of festival absolutely abhorred by the Catholic Church? Question number 2. The Game of Love is a song by Santana featuring what tree-sounding woman known for her 2001 hit single, Breathe? Question number 3. Dad, this one's for you. Airing from 1977 to 1986, Gavin MacLeod was your captain, Meryl Steubing, on the MS Pacific Princess on what ABC television show? Question number 4. What neuropeptide is Let's rewind there.
I love how that was the word you got stumbled up
Yeah,
on.
not neuropeptide. What neuropeptide is colloquially known as the love hormone? Bow, 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 bow. Now for our last love question, the rest are purely out of spite. The neighborhood of Love Canal, New York, was the site of an enormous environmental disaster in the 1970s due to decades of toxic waste dumping, which led to the creation of what EPA program? Because nothing says love like the Environmental Protection Agency. 30 seconds. That's it for our category of love. Come back next week when we'll have a category of romance, which will be me singing Barry White songs to you. And that's not a promise, it's a threat. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the answers for the past 2 rounds and our grab up round, where you just get to grab things off the ground. So stay tuned.
When I wake up in the morning, drinking coffee on my balcony, trees are dancing to the whistle of the wind. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. When it's dark, light my way. Bless my heart, Lord, bless my day. I had a hard time, but you've always been around. Please don't leave me, Lord, stay around. From the cradle to the grave, you give me everything. I've got it all. Oh, your light is shining. And I'm thankful every day. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. From the cradle to the grave, you give me everything. I've got it all. Oh, your light is shining. And I'm thankful every day. Lord, I'm thankful for everything.
Hey everyone, we're back, and as it is the last round coming up soon, it's time for our annual tradition of asking for your money. If you want to support the show, you can do so on Patreon, patreon.com/fastfactslive, or you can donate directly in the chat box. Just click the little menu at the top, hit donate, tip jar,
Tip jar.
tip jar,
Yep.
and then throw your coins at us like we're strippers at an angry strip club, and all we accept is coins because our dollar counter is off.
Yeah. If you don't want to do Patreon, just give us a tip.
Yeah. If you
Tips are appreciated.
if you are a patron, though, thank you.
Yeah.
Patrons can get an extra prize if they win. They get an extra $5 added on to the prize if we're doing a gift card that week. There are also different tiers of things that they get, starting with $4 a month, including being able to write one category. The game that they write a category, obviously they can't win, but, you know, it's fun to see if other people know what they know.
Nobody has signed up to do that yet.
Even someone who's asked. In a game that they can't win this week. Brian.
Why can't they win this week?
Because they won the past 2 weeks. I'm referring to my brother Brian and his fiance. Brian. That's her name now. Okay, I've been watching a lot of like old news footage, and
Yeah.
whenever they have a couple, it's always like they say the husband's name. So they'll say like
Mr. and Mrs. Dan O'Keefe.
well, they'll say like Mr. Sergeant Shriver and Mrs. Sergeant Shriver.
Yeah.
So they'll never even give her a name.
Yeah.
Based on the name that I gave, I think you could figure out what kind of footage I've been watching. That's actually a bonus trivia question for you. All you can answer it is by yelling it at whatever screen you're watching this on. What news footage have I been watching that involves Sergeant Shriver? Yell out your guesses now. It's an episode of Blue's Clues. While we do that, we're going to go over the answers. But before we do that, the best way you can help us is by telling your friends and getting more people to play. More friends, more fun. Okay, let's go over the answers for Six Flags. Tom just under his breath, very quietly. Six Flags. Woo. Bum, 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 bum. Could you please pull up the keynote, Tom? I'm dying. So, name the animal. Animal number 1, they have a manner. It's meerkats. Animal number 2, Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive, and he is a hedgehog.
The hedgehog's name, Mr. Pokey.
Oh, that's adorable. He's so happy, too. Animal number 3, it's not a llama. It's an alpaca. You can tell the difference. Animal number 4. I thought this was a sea otter too, but it's not. It's a mink. You wear it around your neck.
Look how cute his little legs are.
I didn't even notice his little legs. He's got cute little legs. And animal number 5, I thought this was the snout-nosed platypus because I couldn't come up with an answer for it, but no, it is the capybara.
World's largest rodent.
Oink oink. Round number 4, the love category. Like basically every other modern festival, the celebration of St. Valentine's Day has its roots as what type of festival abhorred by the Catholic Church? In spite of what my parents answered, the answer is not orgy. Thanks, Mom and Dad. The answer is it was a pagan festival, like why Christmas is the day it is, along with Halloween and basically every other festival. Question 2, The Game of Love is a song by Santana featuring what tree-sounding woman? Known for her 2001 hit single, Breathe, that is Michelle Branch. Question 3, airing from 1977 to 1986, Gavin MacLeod was your Captain Meryl Stubing of the MS Pacific Princess of what ABC television show that is? The Love Boat! I hate The Love Boat, it's so boring. And it's always on Sundays on MeTV when I'm trying to watch literally anything else. They go to The Love Boat and then Columbo. And Columbo's a lot better, but they're both really long. The Love Boat's episodes are like an hour long, but they feel like 4. And that's after 3 hours of Gilligan's Island. Too much water for me. Give me a land-based show. The Love Tanker Truck.
You could do like a resort.
Nah, it needs to be moving. Question 4, what neuropeptide is colloquially known as the love hormone? It's not Oxycontin, and it's not a pheromone. No, we were talking about oxytocin. And question 5, the neighborhood of Love Canal, New York, was the site of an enormous environmental disaster in the 70s due to decades of toxic waste dumping, which led to the creation of what EPA program? It created the Superfund program, where they go and they clean up toxic waste sites. Overall, it's a good thing. Let's move on to round 5, the grab up, grab down, it can be anything round. Question number 1. Today's the 50th anniversary of the end of Apollo 14. The Command Service Module is named after what historic aeronautics town on the Outer Banks of North Carolina? Before we move on to question 2, I just got hate for singing the Love Boat theme wrong. I didn't sing it wrong, the show does. Question 2, Longer than the Empire State Building is tall, Seawise Giant was the largest of what type of ship? I'll give you an answer. It's not the Love Boat. 30 seconds. Numero 30. Next year, NBC will be broadcasting The Superb Owl. Whoo! Becoming only the second time they'll be broadcasting the NFL Championship, and specifically, what other event at the same time? Number 4. What NBA team has refrained from playing the national anthem this season? And the last question of the grab-up round. The first sitting member of which house of the U.S. Congress unfortunately died from COVID-19 on Sunday? Okay, that is it for the grab, toss, bag, hoedown round. Double or nothing if you're just a crazy quiz guy. I forgot already what the joke I was making at the beginning of the show was. It doesn't matter though, because it's almost time for the Hail Mary. Now is the time to place your bets. Place your bets. Come one, come all. Who's going to win this horse race here, see? The category for the Hail Mary, to give you a hint this week, refers to language. Yeah, language is good. I always act like I'm considering my hint, like I'm going to change it if it's not good enough. No, I'm a first draft kind of guy. I turn in the first draft of my essays still in graduate school. I don't know what a second draft is.
Are your essays in graduate school about the Dewey Decimal System?
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System? No.
What would you write an essay about for library studies?
So we just had a discussion,
Yeah.
not an essay, but a discussion about censorship in libraries and whether or not libraries should remove content versus put a label on content. This was specifically referring to stuff like anti-vaccine books or things of that nature.
Yeah.
Which is it's a philosophical question because like the library is not an editor, they shouldn't be making that judgment, but also at one point are they doing more harm than good? But also shouldn't the patrons be the ones to decide whether or not the content is harmful? But also it's just a lot. It's a lot they have to consider.
Like I think everybody would think like, oh, if a library has infinite shelf space, you should have every book ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, but you don't have infinite shelf space. So how do you pick the books you're going to have?
Well, it's not only that. It's like a Jenny McCarthy book about how vaccines are bad. Should a library have that? In my personal opinion, no. But in like general, I don't think a library should take books off of shelves for any reason. I wish that you could have like a completely unbiased
system of trying to figure that out.
Of like content labels. So you can give an example, but then at one point it becomes too subjective.
Yes.
That's the main issue.
You're trying to add an objective thing to something that is inherently subjective.
Yes. Speaking of which,
we're getting deep on the show.
It's the Hail Mary question. A question that we are adding an objective answer to something that is objectively subjective. Just kidding. No, you already placed your wagers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Traditionally used to refer to a place where you matriculate, what does the phrase nourishing mother translate to in Latin? 30 seconds. That's it for the Hail Mary. Get your answer into ChartyBot. We'll be back with the answer and the winner of Fast Facts in a little bit, so stay tuned.
When I wake up in the morning, drinking coffee on my balcony, trees are dancing to the whistle of the wind. Lord, I'm thankful for everything. When it's dark, light my way. Bless my heart, Lord, bless my day. I had a hard time, but you've always been around.
Hey everyone, we're back at Fast Facts Live. That's right, we're back. There's nothing more to do but go over and see who the winner is. So let's look at the answers for round 5, the toss-up. Today is the 50th anniversary of the end of Apollo 14. That's right, the sequel to the Tom Hanks, Ron Howard film Apollo 13 ended 50 years ago. It was a long movie.
What?
What? I don't
It's
know.
Apollo 14.
Yeah, the sequel to Apollo 13.
Oh.
You know, Houston, we don't got a problem no longer. We're going to Mars, baby.
Apollo 14. Houston, we don't have a problem no longer.
Well, yeah, they couldn't do 14 Apollo, 14 Furious. That didn't make much sense.
Apollo 14 Electric Boogaloo.
Apollo 14 going on 40?
Apollo 14, here we go again.
Whoa, whoa. So the Command Service Module was named after what historic aeronautics town on the Outer Banks of North Carolina? Once again, the answer is Kitty Hawk. I need to start keeping track of how many times the answer is Kitty Hawk because it's a lot. Question 2. Longer than the Empire State Building is tall, Seawise Giant was the largest of what type of ship? That's right, Kitty Hawk. Also, I misspoke. I said the longest of what type of shit on accident. That answer is the Love Boat. But the answer for Seawise Giant is an oil tanker.
You said was. Did it sink?
Yeah, it was disassembled.
Oh.
Yeah. It also did sink during the Gulf War. And then they rebuilt it. And then it was disassembled again. The fun times of international conflicts. Question 3. Next year, the NBC will be broadcasting the Who! Becoming only the second time they'll be broadcasting the NFL Championship, and specifically what other event at the same time. It's not just the Olympics, it's the Winter Olympics, the ones with Shaun White. Question 4.
Flying Tomato.
It's gnarly, brawl. What NBA team has refrained from playing the national anthem this season? That is the Dallas Mavericks, but no longer. The NBA announced that today that it will be requiring teams to play the national anthem before games, which I think is really dumb. That's my hot take. Just don't play the national anthem. I don't care.
You
Just
know
play
what
the
we
game.
should do?
What?
We should start doing the national anthem before the show.
If we do, I will not.
Can we do the Pledge of Allegiance?
No.
Can we do...
Only if we do the original Pledge of Allegiance.
Sure. Can we do O Canada? That's just a good song.
Can we do O Henry?
Yeah, sure.
Can we do Othello? I would like to do an entire reading of Othello before the show.
Entire reading?
Yeah.
A table read of Othello.
Yes. Get ready. Question 5. The first sitting member of which house of the U.S. Congress unfortunately died from COVID-19 on Sunday? That was a representative from Texas in the House of Representatives. Wear a mask, people. It's real. Now the Hail Mary question. Traditionally used to refer to a place where you matriculate, what does the phrase nourishing mother translate to in Latin? That's right, it translates to alma mater. Hail alma mater. Thee we do call? What's the Marquette song?
Yeah.
Those are the words, right?
Hail alma mater.
That's not the tune.
No, it's
You
not.
messed it up as bad as I messed up the Love Boat.
Well, I had my
and I will mess up the
I
Love
had
Boat.
my speech jammer headphones in.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame the headphones.
I'm also not linking arms with like hundreds of other students at the same time. I miss
It's
basketball.
COVID season.
I miss basketball.
I can tell. I Mr. Basketball. Was that dumb enough? Yeah, I think it was. So we have an out-and-out winner. You see the top secrete envelope back there. We're going to change how we do a tiebreaker once we have another tiebreaker so we could use the top secrete thing over there. Because that's like 7 cents worth of paper and ink that we use there. That can't go to waste. Unless somebody wants to join as a patron for 7 cents a month. You could.
I don't even know if they can.
You could. So, our leaderboard, starting in last place, unfortunately, with -6 points. That's a fun name. It's a fun number. We have Lil Henny. In 16th, we have Olaf's Cool Kids, who are back at school and back in quarantine and back in the negative with -1 points. In 15th, we have Pip Pip Hooray with 4. iBoomer in 14th place with 9 points. Egg Girl and her dusty sidekick Scrambled Eggs has 12 points. In a tie for 11th, we have HBD and Opa with 21 points. In 10th, we have Monkey with 23 points. In 9th, Quiz Cats with 26 points. 8th, Act Trivia with 27. In 7th, the 27th Bad Question with 29 points. In 6th, the Unimpeachable Drama Goons with 30. With 32 points and a tie for 4th, we have 17 Degrees and Early Mazel Tov Jonas. In 3rd, we have Joe Ferber, but the O is a 0 with 35 points. In 2nd, Scholastica's Feast Day with 37 points, which means with 38 points in 1st place, this week's winner, and since they are a patron, they will get the $15 prize. There Goes the Neighborhood. Congratulations to There Goes the Neighborhood. We will be sending your prize via the internet. Thank you all for playing this week of Fast Facts Live. It's always fun to have you. Spread the word, tell your friends, get more people to play. That way, you have a worse chance of winning. That's what we want, to lower your odds. Tom, thank you for producing.
Thank you for hosting.
You're welcome. A special thank you to our new sponsor, Jeep.
It was a parody.
Legally, it's a parody.
Legally a parody.
I'm in law school now, so you cannot,
school?
You cannot sue us, Dr. Jeep.
Since when is...
We were making a good humor.
Since is graduate school to get a degree in library studies, law school?
A lot of books.
Okay.
A lot of books.
A lot of books.
A lot of books.
A lot of books.
A lot of books. We will be back next week with another edition of Fast Facts Live. Same fact time, same fact channel. Thank you all for playing, as I said. I am Dan O'Keefe. I have been, will be, and will continue to be him, unless I am, of course, Anya Taylor-Joy. Everybody stay safe, have fun, wear a mask. Bye-bye.